Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. I hope you all are doing very well, and today we'll be discussing the most important MCQs for 16th of February 2024. Let's start with our session. The first question is, Grow Report and Portal recently seen in the news is launched by which one of the following? So Niti Aayog has launched this Grow portal, and what is the full form of Grow? Greening and Restoration of Wasteland with Agroforestry Initiative. Okay, so they have unveiled this portal for universal access to the state and the district level data. Basically, it is hosted on the Bhuvan website, and it employs some advanced technologies like remote sensing and the GIs to examine agroforestry suitably across India, and it aligns with national goals aiming to restore 26 million hectares of degraded land by the end of 2030 and create a carbon sink of 2.5 to 3 billion tons. Okay, so this initiative utilizes a developed agroforestry suitability index, that is ASI, for national level prioritization, considering the different parameters like land use, waste, land slope, water proximity, and soil organic content. Fine. So Grow Report and Portal has been launched by Niti Aayog. What is the full form of the acronym Grow? It is Greening and Restoration of Wasteland with Agroforestry Initiative. Okay. Now here our keyword would be report, and in the next slide we will see some of the important report that came into news. Recently, WHO released the report titled as LNG as a transportation fuel in medium and heavy commercial vehicles. This report was jointly released by Niti Aayog and the Netherlands Embassy. Okay. What is the rank of India in the World Bank's Logistic Performance Index report? You can be asked that Logistics Performance Index report is released by which organization? Answer would be World Bank. And the rank of India in this index is 38th out of 139 countries. Can you tell me which country was at the topmost position? Recently, where was the Himalayan Griffon vulture reported during the inaugural Tri-State Synchronized Vulture Survey? So Himalayan Griffon vulture has been reported from Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary. Okay, and this wildlife sanctuary lies in the state of Kerala. Recently, which state cabinet approved the Uniform Civil Code report? So recently, Uttarakhand State Cabinet has approved the UCC report. Electricity 2024 report recently seen in the news is released by which organization? This report has been released by International Energy Agency, the headquarters of which lies in the city of Paris. Recently, which ministry has released the report titled as The Indian Economy, a Review? It has been released by the Ministry of Finance. Okay, who's our finance minister? Nirmala Sitharaman. Next is Madhu Babu Pension Yojana, recently seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? Here answer is A option, Odisha. And who's the current Chief Minister of Odisha? Mr. Naveen Patnaik. He has basically raised the monthly pensions for 36.75 lakh beneficiaries, including elderly, widows, and the persons with disabilities. Not only these three, but also it includes unmarried women, AIDS patients, transgender individuals, orphans, and widows of COVID victims under this Madhu Babu Pension Yojana. And now the new amounts are 1000 rupees for those who are up to 79 years of age and 1200 rupees for those who are 80 plus. Okay, so this move aims to offer vital financial support which would ensure the well-being and dignity of vulnerable groups in the state, right? So Madhu Babu Pension Yojana is associated with Odisha state. Now here our keyword is Yojana, and let's see some of the important schemes that came into news. Chief Minister Vayushri Yojana, recently seen in the news, is launched by which Indian state? So this Yojana belongs to Maharashtra state. LAB, the full form of which is Laghu Banajatya Dravya Kraya Yojana, recently seen in the news, is launched by which Indian state? LAB Yojana belongs to Odisha state. Which state recently launched the Mahatari Vandana Yojana? This Yojana is of Chhattisgarh. What is the new name of food security scheme in Rajasthan, previously known as Indra Rasoi Yojana? Now Indra Rasoi Yojana has been renamed as Shri Annapurna Rasoi Yojana. Okay. Which union territory has become the first union territory to implement PM Vishwakarma Yojana? This is Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir is the very first union territory to implement the PM Vishwakarma Yojana. Recently, which state launched Mukhyamantri Pashu Seva Yojana, which is a 24/7 animal ambulance scheme to provide timely and accessible veterinary care for the livestock? Here answer is Goa. Okay. Next is, where was the first council meeting of the Global Biodiversity Framework Fund held? Here answer is US. Basically, the inaugural meeting of the Global Biodiversity Framework Fund in Washington DC, US has set some guidelines for implementation that were proposed during COP15 in the year 2022. So its member governments committed $1.1 billion for global initiatives to address the biodiversity, climate change, nature renewal and pollution control. And this meeting approved $918 million for further 45 projects from the Global Environment Facility Trust Fund, and also it has endorsed $203 million for 21 climate change adaptation projects from the Least Developed Countries Fund and Special Climate Change Fund. Okay, so Council has also approved the resource allocation policy and the project cycle policy for effective donor fund allocation. Fine. So the first council meeting of the Global Biodiversity Framework Fund took place in US. Okay. Now here our keyword is first, and now let's see some of the important current affairs regarding first in news. Where was the statue of India's first Chief of Defence Staff, late General Bipin Rawat, unveiled? So Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has unveiled a life-size statue of late General Bipin Rawat, who was the first Chief of Defence Staff in the city of Dehradun. Okay. And in the presence of Uttarakhand Chief Minister, who is it? Shri Pushkar Singh Dhami, Defence Minister praised General Rawat's courage and humanity, terming him an enduring inspiration. So here answer is Dehradun. Recently, which northeastern state becomes the first to reinstate old pension scheme for the employees? This is Sikkim state. Recently, it became the very first northeastern state to reinstate old pension scheme for their employees. Where was the India's first digital National Museum of Epigraphy inaugurated? India's very first digital National Museum of Epigraphy has been inaugurated in Hyderabad. Who has been appointed as the first woman Chief Justice of Uttarakhand High Court? This is Ritu Bahari. Okay. Recently, which country has become the first European country to accept the UPI payment system? So the very first European country to accept our UPI payment system is the France. Also, don't forget that recently UPI has been implemented in 2 more countries, which are these, Sri Lanka and second is Mauritius. Gupteshwar forest recently seen in the news is associated with which Indian state? Here answer is Odisha state, that is B option. Actually, Odisha government designates the Gupteshwar forest that lies in Koraput district as its 4th biodiversity heritage site because of its unique and ecologically fragile ecosystem. So BHS criteria include species richness, high endemism, rare and threatened species, keystone species, evolutionary significance and some cultural values. So state governments under the Biological Diversity Act declare the BHS in consultation with the local bodies where they frame the rules for management and conservation. So BHS helps combat biodiversity loss and it is vital for ecological security, and they are requesting conservation ethics within the communities. Fine. So Gupteshwar forest that came into news is associated with Odisha state, and why it came into news? Because Odisha government has designated this forest as its 4th biodiversity heritage site. Okay. Now let's see some of the important state related current affairs. Which state government recently announced a financial assistance package for Kendu leaf pluckers and the binders? Here answer is once again Odisha. And the Chief Minister of Odisha, Mr. Naveen Patnaik, has allocated 150 crore rupees to support the Kendu leaf pluckers and the binders, and this package includes a 50% bonus for the pluckers, a 10% incentive for the binders, and extended social security for the temporary workers up to age of 62. So temporary workers also gain an extra month of work. Also the state will provide 25,000 rupees assistance for the marriage of a Kendu leaf worker's daughter with a cap of 2 daughters per worker. Fine. So your answer is Odisha. 10 cities development concept, Do Sheher Ek Rupayan, recently seen in the news, launched by which state government? Here answer is Assam. Actually the Assam government has launched this particular urban development initiative, and it focuses on 10 cities. Basically it serves as a lighthouses that would guide under other local bodies. So it aims to enhance the urban infrastructure and to promote balanced development and create economic opportunities. So basically it would emphasize the state's commitment to inclusive growth in both urban and rural areas. Fine. So here correct answer is Assam. Hastasal Minar, which was seen in the news, is located in which Indian state or the Union Territory? Here answer is Delhi. It is located in a small village in western Delhi, and it was completed in 1634 during Shah Jahan's reign. Also it is known as Mini Qutub Minar. It is constructed with Lakhori bricks and red sandstone. It gained the grade A heritage value in 2018 under Delhi government's phase 4 project for monument conservation. Despite not being a UNESCO World Heritage Site, preservation efforts are underway. Fine. So Hastasal Minar lies in Delhi. Bor Tiger Reserve, recently seen in the news, is located in which Indian state? So this tiger reserve lies in Maharashtra, and it was declared as a tiger reserve in 2014. Recently it has sought 1 crore rupees for wildlife safari initiatives in Bangdapur and Hingni forest ranges. It is India's smallest tiger reserve that lies in the Wardha district of Maharashtra. Okay, so it is situated amidst various Bengal tiger habitats, and it neighbors Pench, Nagzira, Navegaon, and Melghat and Satpura reserves as well. So this area boasts dry deciduous forest vegetation, and it includes the Bor Dam drainage basin. Fine. So Bor Tiger Reserve that came into news lies in the state of Maharashtra. Recently, which state government approved the Healing Prevention of Evils Practices Bill 2024 to ban the magical healing? So recently Assam state has passed this particular bill, and if anyone found to be indulged in this practice, he would be charged with some amount of penalty. Okay. Recently IEEE Kerala section has given the KPP Nambiar award to whom? Here answer is S. Somnath. Who is he? He is the chairman of ISRO. Okay, he received the 2024 KPP Nambiar award from IEEE Kerala section for his important role in Chandrayaan 3 and his significant contributions to ISRO mission. So this award has been named after electronic industry pioneer KPP Nambiar, and with this they are honoring the individuals or groups in Kerala for some notable advancement in technology aligned with IEEE's vision. So his recognition highlights his outstanding achievements and leadership in steering ISRO's lunar exploration program, right? So recently IEEE Kerala section has given this particular award to the chairman of ISRO, S. Somnath. Let's see some awards and honors related question. Recently, who has been honored with a plaque at the Jungfraujoch, renowned as top of Europe? This award has been conferred to our javelin thrower Neeraj Chopra. Okay. Which organization has been recently honored with the 11th edition of the FICCI Water Award 2023? Answer is MPPSC Kanti. Recently, who has been conferred the prestigious Freedom of City of London Award? This award has been given to Mr. Ajit Mishra. How many Padma Awards were approved by the President for conferment on the eve of 75th Republic Day? Here answer is 132. Kotai Amir Communal Harmony Award, which was seen in the news, is associated with which Indian state? This award has been presented to Tamil Nadu, and this year Tamil Nadu has given this particular award to Muhammad Zubair. And who is Muhammad Zubair? He is basically the co-founder of Alt News. Okay. Next is Alexander Stubb recently became the president of which country? So he belongs to Finland's central-right nationalist coalition party, and recently he won the presidential election with 51.6% of votes, and with this he has defeated the Liberal Green Party member Pekka Haavisto. Okay, so who is the new president of Finland country? Answer is Alexander Stubb. Let's see some of the important personalities that came into news. The first is, who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Kazakhstan country? The new Prime Minister of Kazakhstan country is Olzhas Bektenov. Who became the first nationalist First Minister of Northern Ireland? This is Michel O'Neill. Recently, Ahmed Awad bin Mubarak became the Prime Minister of which country? Recently, he became the Prime Minister of Yemen country. Who has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of France by President Emmanuel Macron? Answer is Gabriel Attal. Okay, and don't forget that the France President Emmanuel Macron was our guest of honor at this year's Republic Day celebrations. Sheikh Hasina, who recently secured a record 4th consecutive term as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, belongs to which political party? She is from Awami League. Okay. Next is, when is the National Women's Day observed every year in India? So we observe this particular day every year on 13th of February, and it marks the 145th birth anniversary of Sarojini Naidu, who is also known as the Nightingale of India. So in honor of Sarojini Naidu, we celebrate the National Women's Day every year on 13th of February. Let's see some of the important days and themes. First is, what is the theme of World Radio Day 2024? World Radio Day is celebrated annually on 13th of February, and this was the 11th edition of this event. This year the theme was Radio, a century informing, entertaining and educating. This was the theme. When is the World Unani Day observed every year? We celebrate this day on 11th of February. When is the World Pulses Day observed every year? We celebrate the World Pulse Day on 10th of February. What is the theme of World Wetland Day 2024? World Wetland Day is celebrated on 2nd of February every year, and this year the theme is Wetlands and Human Well-being. Okay. And last is, what is the theme of World Cancer Day 2024? World Cancer Day is celebrated on 4th of February, and this year the theme is Close the Care Gap. Okay. Next is, recently which ministry inaugurated the pilot project titled as Smart Gram Panchayat at Paprur Gram Panchayat in the state of Bihar? So Union Ministry of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj inaugurated the Smart Green Panchayat pilot project in Paprur in the state of Bihar, the aim of which is to extend the PM Vani services to the Gram Panchayats in Bengusarai and Rohtas for the financial year 2023 to 24. Okay, so this initiative is led by Ministry of Panchayati Raj and Bihar's government in collaboration with BSNL. It will basically focus on utilizing the digital technologies to improve the access to online services in health, education and skilling for the beneficiaries like students, farmers, artisans and the women self-help groups, which would foster the rural-urban connectivity and local self-governance efficiency. Fine. So Ministry of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj has inaugurated this pilot project, the title of which is Smart Gram Panchayat at Paprur Gram Panchayat, Bihar. Okay. Now here our keyword is ministry, and now let's see some of the important ministries that came into news. In-Trans program means Intelligent Transportation System in Devour program, recently seen in the news, comes under which ministry? This program functions under Ministry of Electronics and IT. Which union ministry implemented the Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.0 scheme, recently seen in the news? Answer is Ministry of Women and Child Development. Which ministry has received the highest budgetary allocation in the interim budget 2024? Here answer is the Ministry of Defence. Bharat 5G portal, which is an integrated portal, recently seen in the news, is launched by which ministry? Here answer would be Ministry of Communication. Border Security Force comes under which ministry? BSF functions under Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay. Recently, which bank has released the CRISIL study report named as the Prabhav? So answer is A option, SIDBI, that is the Small Industries Development Bank of India. They have released the CRISIL study report named as Prabhav, which would evaluate the impact of the fund of funds for the startups under the Startup India Action Plan. So it is managed by SIDBI for DPIIT, and FFS has facilitated the investment, and it has helped the startups in deepening the tech, agri-tech, health tech and financial services. Ministry of Finance and DPIIT officials praised the SIDBI's effective scheme management and positive outcome as revealed in the report. Fine. Simply you have to remember that SIDBI has released the CRISIL study report, the name of which is Prabhav. Okay. Let's see some banking related current affairs. Recently, which bank has approved a $200 million loan for Brahmaputra River project in the state of Assam? Here answer is ADB, that is Asian Development Bank, headquartered lies in Philippines. Recently, which institution launched North India's first human DNA bank under Make in India initiative? Answer is Banaras Hindu University. Recently, the Reserve Bank of India has imposed the restrictions on which payment bank? So RBI has imposed some restrictions on Paytm Payments Bank, and these restrictions would be effective from 29th of February 2024. Recently, which Indian bank conducted the first export finance transactions on RXIL's ITFS platform? Here answer is Yes Bank. And last is Money to India Canada application, recently seen in the news, is launched by which bank? So this application has been launched by ICICI Bank. Last is, recently India and Bangladesh launched the inaugural trial movement of vessels between which two ports? So India and Bangladesh launched the inaugural trial movement of vessels between the Maya port in India and Sultanganj port in Bangladesh on 12th of February. So this waterway operates on Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route number 5 and 6, and it is expected to cut the distance by approximately 930 kilometers, and it aligns with the Act East policy's commitment to enhance the regional connectivity and trade efficiency. Fine. So India and Bangladesh countries have launched the inaugural trial movement of vessels between Maya port in India and Sultanganj port in Bangladesh. Fine. Let's see some international current affairs. Ministry of Education recently signed an agreement with which international governing body to promote the football in the country? Here answer is FIFA. Okay. So Ministry of Education in collaboration with FIFA is enhancing the football accessibility in the schools, and they are distributing 11 lakh footballs nationwide. So they would be benefiting over 1.5 lakh schools. And who's our education minister? Dharmendra Pradhan. He has launched this initiative, which would provide 6,848 footballs to 1,260 schools in Odisha, and this marks a crucial step towards integrating football activities into the education system, which would promote the sports engagement among the students on a larger scale. Fine. So Education Ministry has signed this agreement with FIFA to promote the football in our country. Recently, which country won the 2024 ICC Under-19 World Cup? Here answer is Australia. Australia has won this cup by defeating our country, India. Mahmudia wetland recently seen in the news is located in which country? This wetland lies in Romania. Next is Mount Seilingar Fell, which was seen in the news, is located in which country? It lies in the country Iceland. And last is Zircon missile, which is a supersonic ballistic missile recently launched by which country? Zircon missile is a supersonic ballistic missile of Russia. Fine. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Satsana signing off.